In this game, we've got one border Spain and West Africa. Additionally, half of the map could be held on their 3 borders to guard. As the red player in this game, I see that the easiest for me would be expand from the Nari club, so this is why I kept in Hungary. The game starts wild with the pink player immediately blitzing the yellow player's capital, so right there the pink player will have double capital Spain. So of course, as long as nobody will be able to wipe him out from his places, I assume he left his position relatively weak. Myself, unfortunately, I do not really have any troops nearby. The pink player blitzed my last territory in Spain. But right there, it could be possible that another player will take over that place. Because for example, I saw that despite the white player capping in Greece, he decided to capture territories elsewhere. So could it be possible that the white player went in Spain and took over some of the pink player's capitals, because otherwise why would the pink player flag the game right there? What I like about this situation on the board so far is that both black and white will be soon touching each other, as the white player went for Spain, and the black player from Scandinavia will expand to Iceland, and the British Empire combined. So these 2 players will be touching, and in case if we get into a conflict, then there might be a good opportunity for me to dominate and snowball this game. But at the same time, what I do not like about this situation is that the pro player is yet or about to take over West Africa. And the pro player has good access to break through me, but if he does that, he unleashes my biggest army, and then I could potentially break through him as well. So right there, he'd better think twice. I've just taken over the Russian Empire, and if our players do not break through me, I think I'll have the biggest advantage on this board. As for example, I know white and black players are in a conflict, the yellow player is super weak, and the purple player so far got a good position in West Africa, but I think I'll be able to generate troops much faster than he does. Basically, I think I'll have better possibilities to expand. In this game, I'm trying to kinda play cautiously, not over wasting way too many troops, because I believe if I waste too many troops capturing a lot of territories on our players' troops fast, basically I won't have many troops anymore, and if our player decides to break through me, then I wouldn't be able to retaliate to that player back, because I will have just simply wasted most of my troops. So this is where I delayed taking over Eastern Europe, because I wanted to generate a lot of troops on my capital. That should deter our players from breaking through me. But if we still decide to do so, we know we would have to face some big consequences. So this is why I think the purple player isn't breaking through me, but who decides to finally break through me is the white player. Come on, white, but right there, that's actually a pretty good decision for the white player, guys, because so far he might be the strongest player or pretty much close to my troop count. And basically, if I was allowed to still receive troop bonuses for all of these 3 holds, I would have become overpowered. But another thing he has to take into account, that meanwhile the purple player will be receiving troops too. And since the white player is going into war with me, basically nobody will take care of a purple player now. So actually that's another consideration the white player had to make, and right there, in a way, that's the risk he's willing to take. I wouldn't be surprised if a purple player becomes the strongest player pretty soon. And what I saw by breaking through these holds is that the white player didn't actually take over the black player's holds. He could have expanded to Iceland, the British Empire and Scandinavia combined. If he had taken over these, and then maybe even Southeastern Europe, I think he would have been able to balance me out. So all in all, the best decision for him and at the same time me, I think would have been to stay good friends and then car block the purple player, because the purple player could get easily car blocked with only one of us having to put a one single army on one of the Italian territories, and the purple player wouldn't have been able to receive any more cards anymore. Either way, as you can see, the yellow player decided to break through me. Why he did so? I believe that's because I wiped his territories out from the British Empire. So I think he's basically left in a single place, and I think therefore I could eliminate him from the game. So right there, I'm actually super happy with white player decided to take over my capital, rather trying to see if these were the last territories of a yellow player, because now I should be getting the yellow player's kill myself. Added more troops for Iceland too, in case the yellow player still had territories there, but he didn't, and therefore I eliminated the yellow player from the game getting these cards. As you can see, I had enough troops to eliminate the black player as well, but I decided not to do so. First of all, I still want to check out these territories in Orient, which I saw were only the territories of a white player, but the actual reason I didn't finish eliminating the black player from the game is because I suspect both purple and white players missing out on the skill. From what I see, they both do not have really the top class play. The purple player is a big turtle, plus he's relatively slow, and then the white player for some reason is allowing me to have some of the holds. So right there I decided to risk it and rather eliminate the black player the next turn. Because what I thought is if I eliminate the yellow player and then eliminate the black player immediately too, Basically, I think that would have made the pro player to attack me. Basically, he would have thought that I'm already getting overpowered. And I'm not even sure right now, maybe the pro player will still attack me, even though right there I delayed in a way, but I think it's still better for me to not risk it too much and eliminate the black player myself, rather than leaving the skill for the white player. And then another reason I saw is that the white player is at 5 cards, he's about 3 in a set, so basically I want to take his capital down in the narcos before he adds lots of troops there, and I wouldn't be able to take it from him easily anymore. Basically, once that the white player would lock himself in Spain and France. As you can see, unfortunately, the pro player has finally started attacking me. Basically, he stopped being neutral, meaning but right there I'll have to fight 2 players at once. Because as you can see, the white player was getting weaker and weaker, and if the pro player had waited for a little bit more, I think I would have been super close towards eliminating a white player from a game sooner, or at the very least I think I would have been able to core block him. Either way, despite these 2 players attacking me, I see that they're letting me get away with way too much stuff over there, so I'll definitely continue fighting them at once. And while I cannot currently core block a white player, I think I might still get an opportunity to core block a pro player. Because of what I need to do is to wipe out a pro player from anywhere else and then fortify my troops to that top 2nd Italian territory. Then basically the pro player is core blocked. Of course, the pro player is smart to fortify more troops, he probably fortified his troops from his capital away, but basically right where he still skipped a card, and once I get an opportunity to core block him again, this is what I'm going to do. So right where I didn't even hesitate to losing my capital, because as you can see, these players are still allowing me to receive a lot of troops, what the very least the white player does. I'm not sure why the white player keeps breaking through some of the holds, but then he just simply allows me to receive troops from the other ones. So as you can see, the last turn right there he allowed me to receive troops from Iceland, the British Empire and Scandinavia combined. And plus I still have a lot of territory, so as you can see, even though right there I'm much weaker than both these players combined, I think I'll still be in a good advantage and eventually prevail over them. A little bit unfortunate that the pro player has started drastically attacking me as well, so basically that makes the job for the white player much easier, because the pro player took the rest of the holds and now the white player only has to break through the noob corner. Plus Scandinavia combined, though right where it seems I'll still get away with holding Scandinavia. But I still see the way how could I take advantage out of the situation. So for example, I saw the pro player fortified his troops back, meaning that I might get a very easy opportunity to core block him again, guys, and yes, the pro player didn't even fortify his troops on that territory, meaning right there I might still have good chances. Right there that would be required for the white player to blitz with 46 troop army in order for the pro player to make territories to attack. But right there, as you can see, he isn't going for that, and I think he's being really overprotective when it comes to his capital. For example, I have no idea why didn't he use his 40 troop army right there, guys, and still allowed me to receive troops from Southeastern Europe and Orient combined. And especially when he still had a lot of time to do that. The white player having a lot of troops on his capitals won't save him. Because what I did is already core block the pro player, and the white player's attention should be on how to make territories for the pro player to attack once again. Because there's no way these players could surpass me the troop wise just simply judging by the holds and their bonuses alone. But for example, right where the set values became super big, so right where their biggest attention should be on still being able to receive cards and trading in large sets. Because meanwhile I would only be able to receive 1 set while they combine 2. Also what I've noticed is that generally I should be focusing more on protecting some of the borders. Because a white player keeps breaking through me, but he keeps splitting some troops. Basically, he doesn't use his whole army to keep breaking through me. So that could be possible that I could end up having even some extra holds, so for example, Orient. The white player blitzes my Scandinavian capital, but at the moment it's pretty much useless. And in fact, it might be even more helpful to me if he pays more attention on guarding it well, rather than, for example, putting more troops on his Donaricop's one, or even Spain one. But right where he didn't leave that many troops when he took over it, so I decided to just simply take it back. Because I keep receiving and generating a lot of troops either way. I'm not sure why, but the white player last turn literally allowed me to hold half of the map, while he had a 31 troop army, which he could have used to break through me right there, guys. So 24 troops by me, and also right where I'm trading in a set. So in a way that would be nice for me to take over the white player's capital in the Nordic coast, but at the same time right where I see the white players at 4 cards, so he's very likely to trade in a set as well, or to the very least he's trading in a set soon. So I think it would be better if I still prioritize having some defense, rather than making unfavorable blitzes on the white player myself. The pro player was finally able to fortify some troops next to my army, and it seems like I would have really gotten still a Vegas, but the white player finally makes a smart move by actually blitzing that army right there, guys. Either way, I have a set. Let's see if I can eliminate the purple player. The purple player had another army right there, guys. And the blitz on his capital would be 100%, but it's really barely. If I blitz a purple player's capital and won't have enough troops to finish eliminating the purple player from a game, then I could risk giving the game away for the white player, because the white player then could even be close towards going for the capital run. So right there, this is why I didn't decide to take it, because I know if I still continue fighting these players, then basically I get 100% guaranteed win. These players so far haven't really been that skillful, so I think I want to prioritize playing safely, and even though that might be slow, I still want to be sure that I do not give away any chances for either of these players. The purple player gets lucky to have a set of 3 cards, and it seems like he'll be holding West Africa again right there, guys. Let's see if he leaves this army on the border, and right there he actually leaves this army on the border. So right where the purple player will still keep receiving cards, guys. Actually, that's a really smart play by the purple player finally. Myself, what I want to do is to take over the white player's capital in the Naricos, because what I've noticed is that I have a great opportunity to actually keep shrinking borders and guarding them well. So now if a white player wanted to break me, he'd have to waste many more troops, and his capital would get weaker. What I want is for the white player to eventually get so weak that I could finally be able to blitz his last capital as well. And then when it comes to the purple player, I could just simply easily card block him, guys. I did it so many times before, and he would be a perfect opponent for the endgame to be card blocked as easily as well. So you can see the white player trades on a set, but right there he just simply goes to take over this kind of useless for me capital. My attention right there will be just simply be right there on having the entire half of the map on their 3 borders to guard. I think the white player is being way too overprotective when it comes to his capital, and I do not think that is helping him out a lot at all. 46 rows by me, I also get a trade in a set, and I think I might get another opportunity to go and might actually eliminate a purple player from a game. So let's actually see how many troops does he have total right there. Can a 40 troop army right there, guys. Let's just simply go back. Well, to be honest, I should have blitzed, but I didn't even check out the blitz. The chance blitz was actually 100% blitz. But since right there I didn't check it out, guys, right there I'm super regretting it, as the purple player gets very lucky to trade in a set at 3 cards once again. Right there I mean, how does the purple player keep receiving these sets at 3 cards right there, guys? In a way that's really super suspicious, but right there I think he must be a super lucky person. Either way, he finally made a crucial mistake by not managing time well enough to fortify his troops and his capital back. Meaning that right there I should be able to steal it very easily from him. And then, since the purple player wouldn't have any protection from the capitals anymore, now I should be able to eliminate him from the game easily. But of course not eliminating him for just simply a single card. At the very least I want the purple player to get 3 cards. Obviously not going to wait anything longer, because we saw what kind of luck the purple player keeps getting, guys. I should definitely eliminate him from the game once he gets 3 of them. Also, obviously I shouldn't block the path in order for me to do so. Also, I'm pretty sure he split some troops in Orient right there, guys, so right there it's better if I check it out immediately and blitz them immediately too. As you can see, the percent wasn't 100% blitz, wasn't the best odds for me to blitz it, but I still make it. So right there basically I wouldn't have to add any additional troops the next turn. The purple player keeps attacking my territories, but honestly, he's already toast. I think there's no way that the next turn I wouldn't be able to eliminate him from a game. Basically, the only way for the purple player to survive is right where the white player comes up with something. And right there is a white player breaking through purple right there, guys. I think he might be leaving some troops to protect Sevastopol right there, guys. I think that's a sneaky strategy by white. So very well played by the white player right there, guys. But I still know how to counter that strategy. And the purple player still won't get away, guys. Final blitz of the purple player. I finally make it. And only the white player is left, guys, right there. That should be much easier for me to finally dominate this game. I saw that the white player could have a great chance to go for the capital run, so this is why right there I prioritized guarding them well. Plus, I didn't unleash either of the white player's biggest armies, so he wouldn't be able to use his troops going for the caps as well. Well, of course, he can take over the bottom one right there, but I do not really care right there about it too much. As we saw before, the pro player was so easily card blockable before in the game in West Africa so easily. So the white player in a way is putting himself into a trap, into a lethal trap. While myself I'm taking over 3 borders have mapping power, and right where I'm going to guard some other borders properly as well. Also, without even mentioning it, the white player when he took over my capital in West Africa also made sure to lock his capital in France now. Basically, it will be so much easier for me to card block him. I think I finally get good opportunity to finally card block a white player in total. Well, of course, a lot of troop splits still already to be made, and also the white player still has to take over West Africa right there, guys, because this West African capital is connecting to many single troop territories. As you can see right where he even takes over 2 of them, guys, making it much faster for me to card block him. Right where I can actually even take over the Narek house, but I think I'll just simply keep pushing one territory by one, so I wouldn't run out of territories to attack. Well, in a way right where I can put some more troops on the white player's capital, so right where he might even blitz it, and I would be able to finish this game faster. And right where I thought I possibly screwed up, because in a way I gave an opportunity for the white player to go for the capital run, but actually that blitz on 94 troop army would have been only 16%, and then he would have had to blitz my other capital as well right there, guys. So right where the thing I really forgot is about capital safety. So right there from now on I'll definitely be sure to put enough troops on my capital, because I was putting way too much attention when it comes to card blocking white, but I forgot my capital safety in a way, forgetting what actually sets are giving a very huge value now right there, guys. So from now on I will make sure that I give no opportunities for the white player to go for the cap run ever again, even have a super small chance for him to go for that. And right there, that's another well played by the white player, because he didn't fortify his troops on his capital, but he actually fortified next to my smaller armies, meaning there's no way I could prevent the white player from getting a card the next turn. So as you can see, the white player was still able to get a card right there, guys. Well, I do not understand why did he use his troops from his Scandinavian army as well, because now his capital in Scandinavia will be super easily card blocked once again. I'll see what I can do. As you can see right there, I'm setting up my armies once again, guys, since the white player will just simply go back to his lethal trap once again, guys, right there being put into this capital prison. In all honesty, I think a white player should give up now, but I guess he's going with the attitude of never giving up, so right where I respect that, and I mean remembering before I almost gave him a chance to go for the capital run, but I think this time right where is different. I've got enough of troops on my capitals, and right where I think there's no way the white player can make a comeback, so I think I'll just simply wait till I can finish wiping the white player off. I think in a way it will be faster if I just simply force the white player to blitz some of my troops myself. So as you can see right where, if he makes it blitz, guys, he makes it. Right there he might get another set, but right there I meant I will finally wipe him out from West Africa. I could just simply capture these territories one by one, but I think right there no matter what, I still think that I have enough troops and territories to finish the white player very easily soon, so right there I do not really care too much about that. And so the white player can obviously have some fun probably breaking through me when it comes to one of his last times over there, guys. Either way I should just simply continue blitzing. I'll just simply take over half the map once again, guys. Having under 3 borders to got, well, I guess even more borders, because now I'm not even trying to get half a map right there, I'm having more than half of a map, guys. He fortifies some more troops, but I can just simply use 0% slider blitzes to make sure the white player cannot even think about breaking through me ever again. I think this time I totally get him, and all I have to do is to completely wipe him out from Scandinavia with Noob Corner 2, and then I think I'll finally get it, guys, and yes, we finally see the white player getting the game. All I have to do is to finally blitz his territory, so I go for the Global Domination victory, and that's a GG, guys. And here are the ranks of my opponents.